Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I got a good one for you today for a good side hustle. So if you can see in the background here is a trailer. I got a couple different trailers here. Now, if you have one of these type of trailers, you can make some good money on the side. But first, if you do not have a trailer like this, if you know somebody who does, then go and see if you can borrow it. Lease it from them. So here's a general rule. If you borrow something and they loan it to you, if it breaks, you have to fix it. But if you rent something or lease it from somebody, if it breaks, then that's back on the owner of the equipment. So just a little tit for tat type deal there for you to think about. But if you have one of these type of trailers, you know, whether a long trailer or a short trailer over here that you can hook onto the back of your vehicle, well, here's a good side hustle. Now, I talked about this before, but I wanted to show you the type of trailers that you could use. So there's a couple things. Trash hauling. So in this type of economy that we have right now, you see a lot of foreclosures that are going to be coming down the pike. And there's going to be a lot of stuff, trash, furniture, whatever it may be in these houses. So this is what you do first. Two places to go. First place, go to your local real estate agent and say, hey, I'm XYZ, Joe Schmo, whatever it may be, and I have a trash hauling type of business on the side. I would, for X amount of dollars, come and clean out that house that's being foreclosed on, or a house that may be up for sale that needs to be cleaned out. So that's one of the deals to go to, is a real estate agent. The second place is, and I've talked about this before, you need to go to the bank. You walk into the bank, you look around, and you find the department that says loans. You go in and you talk to one of the senior advisors in the loan department. And it would be good if you had some cards made and that just said, you know, Joe's trash hauling business or Joe's cleanup service. And you go in and say, I know there's going to be some homes that come on the market that are going to be foreclosed on by your bank. I want to offer my services whenever that happens. I want to be in the first of the line. I want to be your call-to guy. That whenever that happens, you pick up my card and you call me and say, we have a house that we're foreclosing on and we got to get everything out of there and taken somewhere else. So those are the two places. Go and talk to your real estate agents and go and talk to the banks, the loan officers, senior loan officers in the bank. Let them know what you're doing. And the other thing is, you could just be honest about it. Say, you know, this is a side hustle business for me. I need to make a little extra money to buy some groceries or to help out my family or whatever the case may be. And then the other thing you can offer them, and this is something I would wait until this actually happens, is that if they say, well, yes, we have this house and the people left or we had to foreclose on it and it has a whole bunch of furniture and everything in it. Well, then you can also say, well, I'll tell you what, I have a storage facility that I could store that stuff for you. And what you do is you go down to your local storage center. If they want $100 a month to store stuff there, then you tell the bank or the real estate agent, excuse me, I can store this for you for $150 a month. So then again, there's another little way to make some money on the side. The flip side of that is that I don't know where the laws are where you're at. I imagine it depends on state to state. But if you hold stuff in storage, and for here, if it's more than 90 days and it has not been claimed by the owners, well, then it rightfully becomes the ownership of the bank. 9 times out of 10, that bank is going to say, just trash it or get rid of it. We don't want anything to do with it because they're not in that business. They're in the business of loaning money and getting their money back. So then you, since you had that stuff in the storage unit, you go, you take pictures of it, you market it, you put it on Facebook Marketplace, you put it on some Craigslist, and wherever else that you have availability to market. Then you can make a little extra money on the side that way too. So it all starts out with some trailers, okay? So if you can borrow a trailer, lease a trailer, rent a trailer, or if you have your own trailer, this is something that you can do after hours. And go look at doing that. Now, not just for houses that have been foreclosed on, back to the real estate agents. The other thing you can tell them is that if they have a piece of property that has to be cleaned up or it has a lot of debris in the yard, then you let them know that you can do that, and you take your trailer, you clean up the debris, and you make a little extra money that way. Now, one of the things you guys will have to decide, if you're gonna set this up as a business, then set it up as a true business, a LLC, do your paperwork on that, go out there and start crushing it, and go to every single real estate agent you can find. If you're doing this as just a side hustle to get started, then make a couple little cards, do this at the same time as your business, and just say, hey, here's what I do, and I want to start this business as a side hustle, and make a little extra money. And you can choose when and where you want to do that after hours. So it all depends on how you want to set it up, and it depends on how many hours you want to put in on doing it. And it also depends on you to set your own rate. You know, you could tell them I'm 50 bucks an hour, and or you could say, I'd like to look at the job first and I'll come back and give you a price. Sometimes with something like this, I would just set an hourly rate, probably 50 bucks an hour. For here, it may be more wherever you're at. It may be even a little bit less. You have to kind of see what the market is, because there are some people out there that do this. But if you're the type of person that wants to get out there and you're a go-getter, then don't let that stop you. Go and knock on my mantra, knock on the door, knock on the door. Every single bank door, every single real estate agent there is, and tell them, this is what I'm doing, and go for it. And probably the follow-up on this, the very last thing is, if you want to be successful at this, then if you tell them you're going to do something, then you better well do it. All right? So that's it. Everybody go out there and crush it. This is part of the Ninja Nation. Let's all band together and help everybody out. God bless. Oh, hey, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, just so everybody know, we now have our email up. If you have any questions or comments, besides in the comments down below, you can email me. So take care, everybody.